How are you today?
I'm good, yes, apart from it being at my daytime job, but yes, I'm good.
You sound very Irish.
Irish? I'm actually from the northeast of England. I'm from Sunderland.
Sorry.
You're not the first to say that. Since living down south, I've had quite a lot of people thinking I'm Irish.
Can I start by saying that I love your song and your video, Kissing Frogs?
Oh, thank you.
That's a taste of the debut EP you've got coming out?
Yes, it is, yes. It's the first single. I've actually literally just got an email through to say that it's just on release now on iTunes. So finally it's out there, and then the EP will follow after.
And that's called Therapy. Has that been your therapy, writing the EP?
Yes, one of the songs, Therapy, which I took the title from, that's what it's about. It's about the fact that music, I think it's something that inspires everybody and can change your mood whichever way, as long as it's emotive. So yeah, writing was a brilliant experience. And Kissing Frogs I chose because it's a nice happy song, and I thought that's appropriate for the first single.
And you got discovered at an open mic competition in the UK?
That's right, yes. Open Mic UK. It's sort of similar to X Factor, but less commercial. It's not televised or anything like that. But the competition winner wins a contract with a record company down in London, and they actually approached me after getting through to the semi-finals. I didn't get through to the finals, unfortunately, but they talent spotted there. There was an A&R guy on the judging panel, and actually the boss of the record company happened to have been in the audience that day. So it was very sort of by chance and luck that he was there at the time, and they both thought that I had potential. So I got invited down for an audition back in January last year now, and basically started working with them straight after. So effectively I got the same as I would have had I won the competition. So I was very, very fortunate to have been in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, so you're signed to BGM now?
Yes, that's right, yes.
And you said that when you had to sit down and write the songs and that, you weren't sure if you could actually do it. What did you think your life was going to be? You didn't expect to be a singer?
No, when I was growing up, I always liked to sing, and I used to make up my own songs when I was younger. But because I didn't have much confidence when I was younger, I was bullied at school and things like that. So it took me quite a while to kind of gain the confidence to do it. And actually, it was a joint effort between my friends and somebody I used to work with that put me forward for the competition. And really, I'd gone in it just to shut people up and say, "Oh well, I'll not get anywhere," and then kind of shocked myself for getting through. So it's been quite an amazing, eye-opening experience, actually, sort of getting to grips with the fact that I do have the ability, and then I didn't really know that I could write until I started, and then as soon as I started, everything just happened, and I find it really easy now. So yeah, it's kind of come together, but before that I was teaching. I've actually got a degree in a Master's in Science, so
all right.
It's quite different.
Yeah, it is a bit different. Were you going to discover something brilliant before this came along?
Well, what I initially did was worked as a science presenter. So I worked with a company, just a small company that worked with gifted and talented children. So I worked with them to try and enthuse younger kids to get into science, because it's something that we're lacking, younger scientists. So that was kind of the route that I was going, and I actually ended up teaching after that.
Do you think that might have been a result of being bullied as a child, and that you wanted to help motivate other kids?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. I think as well, I did do half of a PGCE, so I worked in a couple of different schools, and the way that they teach science in schools now, it doesn't motivate. It's very much everybody's health and safety conscious, so it's all demonstrations and textbook work. It's not like it was when we were at school, when we could blow ceiling tiles off because we'd mixed the wrong chemicals and, playing with the Bunsen burners and all that sort of stuff. Dangerous as it was, that's kind of what enthuses you when you're younger, doing things like that, where you're actually hands-on experience, and they're not doing that now. So I think it was a mix of that, and I do really love working with children. It's nice to be around people that haven't yet decided what they want to do in life, and they've still got that spark. And
now you're using your music to try and motivate people with that, are you?
Yes, I suppose I am. Yeah, I'm hoping that people will connect with the lyrics. The stories in each of the songs, I'm kind of a lot inspired by the likes of Adele, the script as well, so different areas that have like a story within the songs, and that's kind of where I tend to do my lyrics as well, so they've all got a story behind them. Obviously Kissing Frogs is a bit of a jokey one. It's a bit of poking fun at the fact that all of these fairy tales and things like that you read, and in particular that one was based on the princess kissing the frog and turning into a prince. That's what the song was based on, and I'm basically poking fun and saying, well, actually, I'm still kissing frogs. Please. And I know that there's a lot of people that, well, a lot of my friends even, that are in the same situation, so they find it quite amusing.
Yeah, as long as you don't come out with warts, you're all right.
Indeed.
What's it like now doing real gigs?
Well, to be honest, I'm still only doing a few gigs because I've been waiting for everything to be released. I didn't want to do an overload of gigs until everything was in place and ready to release. So I've done sort of a few. I did the Vodafone Festival last year. I've done various gigs around London and the outer areas, but I am absolutely dying to get out there now and do proper gigs. So it's all just starting now, so it's really exciting times.
So it feels comfortable being on stage and doing your own music now?
It does now. Initially, I was absolutely terrified. I think if anybody looked at the original open mic competitions, which are under my real name, Catherine Wales, there's two. There's one where I'm singing Hallelujah, which was the first time I'd ever sang in front of anybody other than karaoke. I was horrendously nervous. Everybody that was in the competition were professionals. They'd done it before. I was sort of a total novice and really terrified, and I was last on in the competition as well, so that didn't help. So if I go from that moment, when I was absolutely terrified and thought I'm going to lose my train of thought, I'm going to forget the words, my voice is going to go. If you can see the sort of terror. Now, completely different. I absolutely love it now. I go on and it's just, and I keep saying music it's not a job for me. It's not what I do, it's who I am.
But even with that terror, you won the wildcard vote from the general public as well as getting the attention of the record company people.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I was really shocked, because when I'd been in the competition, I knew I had work still to do in terms of performance. So the fact that everybody got behind me and voted really, really did get to me. It was a special moment when I got the phone call to say, actually, you got through.
Yeah. And
particularly because at the time I wasn't very well, and I nearly didn't go through to the semi-final because I was really, really poorly, hence I'm sitting down on the second competition. But because everybody had voted for me, made me vote this and said, you know what, I'll just change the song and I'll just do it because it's something I have to do.
Your website is iamverda.co.uk.
That's right, yes.
And you're I Am Verda on Twitter.
Yes, yeah. It's a bit of a joke between me and the producer that I work with at the record company, because he's actually the Lawrence Hobbs is his name. He is the person that was behind Pixie Lot's initial hits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been wonderful in helping me with my confidence in performing. And there was one time that I'd sang, and he went, yeah, see what you're saying now, you've totally changed. I've seen such a change in you since you've started in terms of confidence and performance. And he said, you are Verda.
Who is Verda? Where did that name come from?
It was a bit of an accident. I was looking for a different surname initially because Catherine Wales, obviously, was the newly named princess.
Yeah, true.
Yes, it was kind of everywhere in the papers, Princess Catherine Wales. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to change, and also I wanted to make a definite change from this was me, and this is the new musical creative me. I wanted to make a positive break with that. So I was looking for a new surname, and Verda was the original idea, which is a Latin name meaning weir, which is the river that I live next to.
All right. I
used to be quite a keen rower. My great auntie's house was called Verda. There was sort of various different links, and I'd said it wrong to my producer, to the record boss, and I'd said Verda, and he said, I love it. That's absolutely your name. And I'd meant it as a surname. He liked it as a standalone name, and when I actually researched it, I loved the meaning of it. And it means springtime, so sort of a new start. It means truth and honesty, and I've got songs that are relating to both of that on the Therapy EP, and it just sort of sat right with me, so yeah, it ended up sticking.
Oh, that's good. Well, people can look for your video of kissing frogs on YouTube if they look up Verda.
Yes, and also it's now on iTunes to download. So
yeah, the song, they can buy it.
Quite soon. Yeah.
Do you know when the EP will be released?
Not at the moment. It'll not be long. I would expect probably in a couple of months. It's been sort of held back because Kissing Frogs is quite a summery song, so we wanted to release that at the right time. And I do think it is a summery song. You do sit and sort of imagine yourself being in the sun somewhere.
And you do have a Facebook page, but it's got a complicated address, so you can find the link to that through your website, iamverda.co.uk.
That's right, yeah. There's links on there, and I do keep putting the link up on Twitter as well. If anyone follows me on Twitter, I do keep tweeting to follow me on Facebook as well. But to be honest, I use Twitter more than I use Facebook at the moment.
Good luck with your career. It's been really good talking to you.
Yes, and you. Thank you so much for phoning. It's nice to get attention from somewhere other than England. It's nice to know that people are appreciating my music, so thank you very much.
And we did give it a play tonight on our radio show, played it off of YouTube.
Oh, awesome. Lovely.
Yeah.
People like the video. It's all of my friends and family in the video.
Oh, right. Oh, that's interesting.
Even my 2 younger nephews took part.
Well, that's good to know.